of 8. It is time. Spawning up at the top right. Bright and early for us. It is Elazer. In the blue. And embracing the madness of ZVZ, as we all must. It is Reynor from Basilisk with a 10 pool. Now, the jury is still out on what is defendable, how to defend it, what you can get away with. This is a map that's a relatively short nat-to-nat, rush distance. But it does have a very close to the ramp creep setup, as well as a very tight choke at the natural. Elazer is going to open up with a 15 hatch. That is better, of course, than a 16 hatch against this. But it is nowhere near as good as a pool first would be. Damn. JSA with 100 consecutive stream streak. That is insane. That is beautiful to see. It is not going to be a super quick pool behind this. Lings are already popping as the pool goes down. 17 pool. 15 hatch, 17 pool. Before the gas, that's good. And the Lings are not trying to skirt around the Overlord. Skirt. I think you cancel the gas. We'll see what he does. Yeah, exactly that. He's going to need an Overlord. A pause being called. Ooh. Game is spiking quite a bit. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Do you have that too? No? I mean, they are physically in the same place right now. This is a LAN. I will pop out a game for just a moment. He said, okay, let's try.
Game resumed.
All right.
Game paused.
Oh, nope. Well, I have mini freezes all the time. That is a problem. That is a problem. I don't know. Maybe it's hardware related. We're going to yap for a bit. But for now, let's take a look at the out-of-game pip. Or out-of-game picture-in-picture. Picture-in-picture. Of course, here is the bracket, but what we were looking at before. Now, if we look at just recent... Man, they haven't played an official match since 2024, beginning of 2024.
Game resumed.
Okay, oh my god. Let's finish this game, we will see after. All right. They just went, they just didn't even check. But here we are. Drones are going to pull. How many drones is this? That's 15 drones. He needs to save as many as he can. Good micro so far from Elazer. This is a good fight for him, at least initially. Ling's in production. Reynor. Oh, that's a big drone snipe on the end. He has just about equalized. There's no queen on the way for Elazer, but he does have the money for it. Every additional drone now is gravy. Oh, and he's going to get quite a few more. Oh, this has been a very successful 10 pool. Initial fight looked good for Elazer, and it was. But now, I think I prefer this quite a bit more for Reynor. Yeah, he's going to be on 2 queens. And Elazer has yet to start his own first queen. Prioritizing rebuilding drones. So this is where the additional larva actually does play a big role in recovery for Elazer. The larva spawn. Because he's actually able to catch right back up. Actually, that may have a... I mean, it's kind of multi-pronged, obviously. There's the larva spawn rate that is increased, but also just the fact that when you're on a lower drone count, you can only build so many drones. Like, you have less money. So, the impact... You're less likely to get larva starved, I guess is what I'm getting at. Now, Reynor is going to surge ahead now. That is where the big advantage is. That Overlord's going to pop. Oh, he elects to drop the third hatchery as he got supply block there. Reynor... I think he did get a scout into the main base just now and saw no gas? I think so. That may be why he went for the third hatchery. He does have his own gas mining. Is this game live? This game is live. This game is live. This could be a fake Ling speed play right now. Oh, little ambush from Elazer. And even though he has got less Lings here, Reynor's getting bullied a little bit. Reynor can turn on this. He's actually going to build 2 more sets of Lings. This is already a small win for Elazer. And that's actually going to put him ahead in the drones for... Wow, actually, no, it's not. More drones finishing up for Reynor. Oh, that ebb and flow. Do we finally have a worker lead? No, not with all the buildings being constructed. Still, forcing your opponent to build 2 additional Lings is nice. Oh, that's a bad fight for Elazer on the top side. He's just going to lose all of his Lings. Well, forcing your opponent to build extra Lings is good when you don't take a bad fight. It is going to be fast Carapace. This is a classic. Carapace into Ling speed. A lot of Lings going to be produced here. The Carapace will nullify that +1 missile. But it is double Evo. Reynor did see the double wiggle. That's a really late layer for starting up Roach speed here. I do think, given how this is started... Yeah, no, I really like this quite a bit more for Reynor right now. But he does have to be careful that he doesn't get out-teched. And there we go. There's the layer starting up. He did go for the +1 melee. The funny thing is all the upgrades will nullify one another eventually. But there is going to be a significant timing where that melee is not done. And the roaches are only taking 3 damage per attack from the Lings. Which is actually a really big deal. It's, depending on how you look at it, if the Lings have the upgrade advantage on the roaches and they've got the +1 melee, they're gaining 25% DPS from their normal attack. Oh, that's some good positioning from Elazer. Reynor will get to cancel on his base. There's no doubt about it. Oh, he's going to try and take the fight here. He's got the Carapace, but the positioning from Elazer is good on the low ground. Nice transfuse. Very nice Ravager Morph on the high ground. No Carapace done yet for Elazer. This was the best time Reynor could fight for a long time. Despite this being in a good position for Elazer, that was still a good fight for Reynor. Yeah, no, that was a good fight. The next time he can fight is once +1 melee completes. Also, something very important that we don't see often. So there's an ebb and flow of the upgrades. +1 missile, you go from 3-shotting Lings to 2-shotting them. Then +1 Carapace kicks in for the Zerglings, then it's back to 3-shotting. But once +2 missile pick kicks in for the Roach player, no amount of Carapace upgrades can keep those Lings protected. So you either have to go into some additional tech, or you are just cooked. And in this case, it is going to be Roaches. And that's the right call. But obviously, as you can see, he's going to be down in Roaches for a bit. There is an 8-worker lead, and this base was canceled, so it's a lot more efficiency for Reynor. in terms of mineral mining. Oh, Overseer looking for a scout. I mean, with the amount of roaches that we've seen from Elazer, this is pretty obvious what this is. The +1 melee will tear this hatchery down very quickly, and he will get the kill on it. Thank you very much, sort of, for the raid. Sorry, I just noticed that. Tunneling Claws roaches. Ooh. 2-2 timing versus 1-1 roaches. That is going to be tough for Reynor to deal with. A double upgrade advantage. And since the... I mentioned this before, kind of, but since the upgrades scale better for attack for roaches, it's kind of like it's 3 upgrades. So each roach is dealing 20 damage before armor versus the 18 of the +1 missile roaches. And then you're nullifying an additional damage. So the roaches are subtracting 3 damage from their opponents and adding a bunch to their own. Oh, that is a lot of Tunneling Claws roaches. I want to see Reynor's perspective. Oh, okay, the roaches just unburrowed all in the middle. So they show their hand. God, Reynor is fast. Complete. This is not news. Good concave here from Reynor. There is a big counterattack. What is the roach count? It's a significant roach count advantage. Big dive to the top side. These lings are going to be somewhat helpful, but they're not going to be the biggest. However, the concave, the positioning from Reynor is very good. Elazer not really using his burrow. I think he just burrowed maybe everything there. Reynor, sick defense. This was a huge roach count advantage for Elazer and a... Oh, he actually does blow up 1 roach. Unfortunately, he's now trapped himself, and GG is going to get called. Well done. Reynor takes a pretty sexy game number 1. Pretty sexy. Pretty sexy. Well done. Yeah, we don't know how much the lag may have impacted. Hopefully not a crazy amount, but I don't know. Even if it doesn't seem to affect a player's gameplay, it can be like a problem for them. Yeah, these guys just have not played that many games against one another in recent history. But there was a period of time where Elazer kind of had Reynor's number. And historically, it's pretty close for a player that I think most people would agree. I mean, Elazer, when he's on point, he's really freaking good. 2nd place in GSL versus the world. He's had some BlizzCon run, at least one BlizzCon run. That was really great. All right, let's get into this. Game number 2. Spawning down in the bottom left, it is Elazer in the blue. And his opponent spawning up at the top right, it is Reynor for Basilisk in the red. Is there no counter for roaches other than more roaches? No, there's quite a few counters to roaches, but it's just that roaches are very cheap supply. They're relatively quite strong. And there's not as many good counters to roaches. Now, this is neat because we do have Reynor going for another 10 pool. I like this. He's seizing the initiative. He's seizing the momentum. And your opponent is likely not going to expect back-to-back 10 pools. Washout, though, is a substantially larger map. Now, it also has a more open natural, so this could be an opportunity for Reynor to follow this up with a speedling play, if he is so inclined. Thank you, Bambable1, for the Prime resub at 22 months. I don't know if I already said thank you. It is early for me. Now, Elazer did open up hatch first once again. He is a player that tends to kind of stick to his guns a little bit more so than many others. How many lings are we going to see here from Reynor? I'm guessing 12. Probably play this similar to a 12 pool, but just hitting a little bit earlier with a little bit more gusto. Now, this does get delayed from being spotted. And because of that, because he doesn't see the additional lings, Elazer does not cancel his gas this time. That's one less drone to mine/fight with. It is going to be 14 lings at least. This time, 14 drones pulled instead of 15. Elazer. Oh, nice micro there. Oh, very good. Actually, no, that wasn't a good... Well... Oh, 8 drones go down. It's always so scary with these kind of situations. Oh, he gets 2 more drones again. It's 10 drones in total. It is almost the same as before. Elazer does get a better cleanup, I would say, on the lings behind this. But that is really painful. Reynor putting himself into a good position once again. It's this time, though, Elazer does have a queen. So the recovery is going to be better for him. And he will force out more lings at home. So even though he takes the same amount of damage, his position coming out of this should be better. Oh, you've got to be careful, though. You do not want to fight the queen. You want... Reynor did that perfectly, by the way. Oh, he even saves the drone. Oh, my God. Absolutely immaculate from Reynor. So he used the queen as bait to draw the lings in. And then the queen tanks. It's got his +1 armor. The lings have way more DPS. They absolutely destroy the other lings. And that goes from pretty okay for Elazer to a lot worse very quickly. And the fact that Reynor saved the drone there is really, really nice. I don't... Yeah, no, he did get a scout on the gas. Okay. So at least he knows that it's gasless for a while. But on the other side, there is going to be a scout coming in. He will see the timing of this gas. Oh, don't lose... Oh, okay. Nice save. I mean, that's a little bit of lost mining time. And a little bit of money lost. Good defense from both players. Elazer will have map control a little bit earlier with the faster ling speed. We'll see if Reynor tries to go for ling speed of his own. This does feel like a very large map to not play speedlings. A lot of counterattack paths. A lot of really good bases to take. And once again, this is the Patches base. That's what I'm dubbing it. That's what it's called. What that means is you get a lot more mining. 18 drones can mine it instead of 16. And 6 of those drones are going to be mining at 40% increased efficiency since you're getting 7 minerals per trip instead of 5. You might think, wow, how did he do quick maths on stream? The answer, I didn't. I knew the number beforehand. You could say, in a sense, it's kind of like cheating. You just hide the answers right in your head where the teacher can't even see. We do have a Carapace first once again. There's going to be a Baneling Nest and 4 gases. This feels like Spire to me. This smells like Spire, and it tastes like it too. Both players going for ling speed. A lot of lings here from Reynor. And, oh, started up Overlord speed for a moment. There is the Spire. Now, upgraded lings can be phenomenal against mutas. They're not always, but they certainly can be. Carapace is... I mean, 1/1 lings are the best, in my opinion, because it's the best of both worlds. But Carapace allows you to survive glaive bounces. It's great for your queens against lings, or against mutas. Oh, that's a lot of Banelings. That is a lot of Banelings. Reynor was moving out for a counterattack. He's got nothing to defend at home. Roaches are not out yet. Some of the Lings did get sent across the map. The Lings of Elazer doing some work, but all the Banelings have been taken out. Now on the other side of the map, Queen did not get tucked into a little pocket. The drone pull from Reynor looks good. Elazer's going to get cooked on the other side of the map, and on his side, the Spire's been scouted. A lot of drones are falling, and the damage is starting to ramp up. He even gets both Queens. There's a Queen at the third, but once this Carapace kicks in, it gets worse and worse. This is kind of what people refer to when they talk about the randomness of ZVZ. It's hard to see everything coming. But sometimes you just got to embrace the chaos and try and make the right call under the gun. Roach is crossing the field here. This is where the Carapace is going to be really, really good. If Elazer can hold, there is a decent chance for him. He's going to counterattack with some of his Lings. The Carapace has kicked in, though, for Reynor, and he will win this fight at home while killing his opponent's third base. The Mutas are now out, but they're in small, small numbers, and that Carapace, I cannot overstate how big it is against these Mutas, especially on the Roaches. They're doing -2 damage per attack. Now, ultimately, they can't shoot up, so this will get cleaned up. But it's 3 base to 2. Reynor starts an infestation pit. I talked about that Carapace on the Queens earlier. It is going to come into play in a big way. Elazer needs a lot more than what he's found so far. Drone at the third. Oh, it's actually going to be saved by just a small number of Lings and the Mutas. Other thing is, Banelings no longer one-shot drones. Or, sorry, one-shot Lings. They never one-shotted drones, and they never will again. The game will settle down a little bit. Resources lost is dead even. Spores, by the way, are really strong against Mutas again. They were strong before, but now they're even stronger. Now, with this being a large map, it is going to be tough. Killing that Overlord, by the way, Elazer's got no vision. Oh, no! Reynor showed these. There was no vision. He could have snuck up to here with these Lings. They don't have their +1 melee just yet. He is going in a little bit prematurely. Muta's on the other side. They are looking for a gas. Didn't find it. He did keep all the Mutas alive. Of course, they have that enhanced regeneration. So now we're in a bit of a funky spot for both players. The 1/1 Lings are really uncomfortable for Elazer to deal with. But so are the Mutas. Elazer is going to resecure this third base. Reynor has droned up a little bit. He's up to 58 drones. Oh, he's going to go with a lot of speed Banes, actually. Hang on. The Infestors, they need to land some big fungals on the Banes. There's only 3 Infestors. There's no Roaches on the field. There's a lot of Queens here at this third. 8 Queens. Spore gets blasted. Fungal does actually whip. But this is going to be good for Reynor. Those Queens, that's like the last thing you want to be fighting with the Banes. It was a novel idea. The idea was to blow up spores. Oh no, he's going to get blasted here by one of these spores. God, the damage is so high now. 4-shotting a Muta. Is it 4-shot? Is it 4-shotting? 5-shotting? 4-shot? Oh, wow. On the other side of the map, he killed the hatchery again. And he's going to get it one more time. Oh, will he? Sure will. It's a cancel, but that's still painful. Elazer is in trouble here. Reynor getting towards his hive. And it might seem weird to say it, but Ultras can be a very sharp, strong counter to Mutas. Because the armor. The armor is so sick. Chitinous plating, once it kicks in, becomes terrifying. Oh, this is going to be a nice little Bane run by. He actually will get 5 drones. Oh, but this Ling run by into the main. That could be the dagger. That could be what seals the deal. There are Lings back here. But unlike... I mean... Reynor is... Yeah. He's got this. Reynor is able to rebuild drones a fair bit easier than Elazer. And Elazer's just going to say, enough's enough. Let's call it here. And Reynor finds himself up 2-0. Well done. All right, minute and a half of ads, and we'll get into game... 2 minutes, actually. We got to run 2 minutes, unfortunately. We'll get into game number 3. Reynor is playing very well. Very, very well. This has been quite excellent. Out of Reynor so far. And he is going to be looking to close this one out. Spawning down in the bottom right for Basilisk. It's Reynor. Looking locked in. And his opponent spawning up at the top left. It is Elazer. In the red. At Eternity's Edge. I mean, we've seen very, very heavy Ling-focused play styles out of Reynor so far. Triple 10 pool. Back to back to back. Coming in here. That is pretty dope. Pretty cool. Elazer. Surely he won't 10-pool me 3 games in a row. Well, if you don't adjust, he's gonna. And Elazer has not adjusted. He is opening up hatch first 3 games in a row. 10 drones is a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. I do wonder if perhaps Elazer should be pulling the drones a little bit later. Letting himself get a little bit more mining. You don't want to lose the hatch, but that's... You kind of want to trade a little bit more HP for it if you can, of it. But maybe he wants to fight before additional Lings show up. I don't know. I mean, it just feels like hatch first against 10 pool, like the 10 pool player has the opportunity. Okay, this time he is going to cancel the gas again. If he had canceled the gas in game number 1 and defended similarly as he did in game number 2, he'd be in a better position. He's going to pull the drones very early once again. It's 14 drones once more. I mean, this is already a lot of lost mining time. Needless to say. Reynor controlling the Lings well and keeping them away from this. Oh, eventually the Lings do split. This is going to be a surround, though. But is it a good fight? It is not. It is not a good fight at all. Oh, no. Elazer's in so much trouble. He's lost 7 drones already. The Lings immediately get surrounded. One of them will get very, very low. It does slip out. I don't like that re-engagement there from Reynor. Not initially, but obviously this is on a bit of a timer. And it's already been wildly successful. And a scout comes into the main base, sees no gas, confirms that it's been canceled or was never made to begin with. This might actually be the best start for Reynor. Of the 3 10 pools, I think it is. I think it is, yeah. We don't have a queen on the way yet for Elazer. He lost way too much mining time. He wasn't able to get the fight. Reynor did a really good job of delaying when he fought. Elazer, if he can get this queen, okay. Okay. Finally get something done on the other side of the map with the counterattack. In game 1, there really wasn't anything he could do. In game 2, he kind of got baited a little bit. In game 3, he snipes a queen. Well, this has gone from the best start to maybe the least advantageous for Reynor. He still did, of course, get the inject there from the other queen. And he still comes out of this ahead. But not to the extent that he was. Reynor did see that gas start up.
Swarm forces under attack.
Reynor's currently gasless still. And knowing that his opponent was gasless for as long as he was, he drops down that hatchery. Yeah, this is an insane advantage for Reynor. Even the loss of that queen, he really didn't miss much inject timing. 175 minerals going down it's a lot. Especially in the early game. But I mean, really, I feel like it is the mining time early on. Look at that. Oh, look at these chasms. This is the chasm that Elazer has to climb himself out of. And in ZVZ, there really aren't a whole lot of comeback mechanics. Thank you very much, Code Bar, for the raid. Reynor is building a lot of lings here. He's going to try and cancel his opponent's third base. But we've got a very interesting play from Elazer, and that is a slow Baneling nest. It's actually quite good against what Reynor is trying to do here. There are 3 Banes at or 3 Lings at home. He needs to morph all of them into Banes. Ling speed is on the way for both players, and once again, it's that fast Carapace out of Reynor. This is the only way actually back into this game, is if Reynor gets hit with big Banelings. No, he's not gonna. At least not yet. Even now, Reynor is gonna start droning again and will retake the eco lead. And he's solidly ahead in tech. This is too bad because this is single elim, and Elazer, I really felt like this was a big opportunity for him to show his chops. But as much as I talk about, oh, it's tough to play ZVZ for Reynor, I mean, Reynor's an insanely tough opponent for anyone. And I feel like when it's lower worker count, like, Reynor should be in love with this patch. Currently. Lings are much more relevant, which allows him to take advantage of his big speed. Speaking of which, Baneling's in on 2 fronts. Oh, wow, he actually does snipe the queen. Baneling's on 2 fronts, getting avoided both times. Good job from Reynor. He's already got roach speed on the way. Elazer is on hatch tech and is on all in. Like, completely all in. But the army supplies are even. While Reynor has a 16 drone lead. And once again, 2 tech advantages over his opponent. Roach speed on the way, and +1 Carapace. He immediately goes into the +1 missile. Does not need that. It will not finish in time. But the Carapace is even going to be good against his opponent's Banes. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, chat. Reynor needs to move command pretty badly to lose this game. He's even got spines on the way. Elazer's going to try and drone out of this. But that's where that +1 missile comes in, and that's why you get it. You can cancel it last second if your opponent full sends. But he can't. He can't. This isn't like ZVT or PVT where big eco leads don't necessarily mean it's game over. I think Reynor knows how good of a position he's in. I think he's going to push as soon as that 1-1 finishes. Now, this is a good backstab. Great backstab here from Elazer, but a very quick response from Reynor. And he loses maybe one drone? No, he doesn't lose any. Oh, my God. Finally gets a cancel on this base and a kill on the drone. But yeah, Reynor actually baits out the backstab before his +1 missile's done. It's weird to say baits out the backstab. It's like, you know, kind of successful. His Lings do come back home. They are better upgraded. The Roach count, I mean, it's a 30 Roach advantage, and we're going to see Reynor crushing through with the 3-0. GG will be called. It's not close in the end. 3 10 pools against 3 hatch firsts. Yeah. That's a bit of a moggening. X-player got mogged. That's rough. That's rough for Elazer. Congratulations to Reynor. He advances to the top 4. Once again, the first part of the bracket is single elim. Once upon a time, he was Cyril's big rival. Yeah. And there is a very good chance that they will meet now, you know, coming up. Oh my God, they're giving the winner's interview.
I'm getting attacked. This is Miko's agent. Getting revenge.
You just think he was gonna hatch first every time, so you just temple.
I know Miko very well.
Yeah.
This guy, when he thinks well, like when he sets his mind on something, he's not gonna change it. Like I know he thinks he can hold everything. Yeah. And I know that's not the case.
But do you think the 10 pools put you in a good position each game?
Yeah, I kill like 10 workers every game.
Yeah, but it seems
He's
like
right. He did.
even-ish after, no?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, because I got to scout everything. Like it
'Cause he
was
gets
kind of a
to-
free game for me. It felt like it at least. Like it felt like. It was
I
kind of
think like
free.
numbers-wise, it's very even coming out of it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
What
I
if,
think
what
I
if he
had-
10 pools or like early pools as well?
Huh?
What if he early pools as well?
Well, he's not gonna do that because it's Miko. It's not. This build is not that great. Like as you can see, I kill like 10 workers and it's still like it's good for me, but it's not free win, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, most Zerg players just mix it up a little bit now. It's like pull first and like maybe an all-in, but as I said, I know Miko very
If
well.
he goes hatch first every time?
Yeah, I can get very stubborn. I don't know if you remember, he had the 2-base Muta phase in ZVT, like where he would just 2-base Muta every game. And yeah, he tends to get stuck a little bit in builds, and I figured that's what he was going to do. Because I saw him hatch first against Lorimbo as well yesterday. And if you hatch first against
You're like,
Lorimbo-
okay, that's we keep that
You
in
just
mind.
know.
if you hatch first against Lorimbo, you're going to hatch first against everyone, right? So
Fair.
That's funny.
Looking forward to playing Cyril.
no, bit sad. I get him in the semis, but I
Yeah.
guess it's a lower bracket as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get to play a couple of times maybe.
Yeah. Cool.
How was the match, Iona Skilos?
Terrible.
Terrible.
Not one to watch the replays of, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
It was
one-sided.
the first game got to like a bigger army, and so I just smashed it. Game 2, 7 gate all in, didn't work. Game 3, 1 base, 4 Gate Zealot.
Yeah.
3 pylons in the main, Fear and Faith. Didn't work.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It was not the best couple of series to start.
I'm sure the next one is gonna be better.
Yeah, I think Clem, Krystianer, Lambo Austin. Couple bangers coming up.
Couple of bangers. I heard the PVT is very good for TOS right now.
Yeah, I
That's
think Clem is...
Yeah?
I like how everybody says something differently.
No, it's
No,
true.
no,
Like,
all the Protoss players saying this.
literally,
Yeah.
I'm hearing this from Protoss players.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have a theory, right? I think they're saying this so that people give them some credibility when they also whine about PVZ.
Yeah.
Oh, smart.
I mean, Nikita
That's
had
funny.
something interesting. Like I'm sure need to optimize it a bit more, and then yeah.
In
But
PvZ or
this kind of new
PvP?
styles take
same
a little
Senju.
bit to get going as well. I don't think
Yeah.
you can really play the old styles in this patch, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see once it settles a bit more.
All right. We'll let you go prep.
All right, thank you.
No worries.
See you guys.
Good luck.
Bye bye.
All right. So we should be covering Clem versus Krystianer. Yeah, we should be grabbing Clem versus Krystianer coming up next. Just want to double check. Reynor actually mogging. Yeah. Tough fate when you got to play against Sarah with no lower bracket to catch you. Yeah, especially given the fact that it feels like Skillus is probably the player that has played the patch the best in PvZ. And in PvT, to be frank. Feels like he is the player that has figured out the patch the most effectively on the Protoss end. Yeah, unfortunately it did mayonnaise-y. Alright, we are going to run 3 minutes of ads. I might be waiting a little bit. Yeah, exactly. They can't, yeah. The lower bracket would delay the tournament longer. It would. It would. And until I covered one of the matches, they were already playing one match. Oh my god, that was loud. Ah.
Erst knackt's, dann knallt's.
Until this, there was no coverage for 2 of the matches, which is obviously not ideal. Obviously not ideal. Now, I will say, given how things have gone, man, I can't believe Arog Fire finished ahead of Showtime in groups. That's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. It's funny that PvT might actually be more difficult for Terran in a weird way on this patch than the previous one. Kind of nutty. Yeah, no, we were talking about Zerg being too strong, and I think it is. I think it probably is too strong right now. But of the players that are here, well, we'll see how Clem Krystianer goes. We'll see how Clem Krystianer goes. That's a really interesting match. I think lock-on time reduction on Widowmines also hurt the retarget. It's going to take some time to get adjusted to, because, yeah, it is a little bit more difficult to do that. Okay, we're going to go to a break. We will be back shortly. Assuming everything goes according to plan, we will get into Clem Krystianer. If not, the mainstream is retaking it because the first 2 series were so fast. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, folks, we are back. And we are just about ready to get SETI for a series that was a little bit slow to start, but it should be coming up pretty soon. I've just been kind of keeping an eye on things in the background. So far, the round of 8 has been quick. It has been speedy. It has been zippy. And, well, we'll see if that continues. Oh, pardon me. At this point, production could almost call an audible and say, we're extending the series if they wanted. All right. Clem versus Krystianer. It is just about ready to go here. Okay, let's take a look at some interesting data here. It is pretty heavily in favor of Clem. Pretty heavily in favor of Clem. If we want to go back to the one match that Krystianer has won, it is the second ever series that they played against one another. You know, at this point, 2 matches into their career head-to-head, it was 3-2 in favor of Krystianer and 1-1 in series. Fast forward to now, and it is a little bit different, but no copium. Krystianer did take a game off of Clem not even a week ago. One of the 9 map wins happening just recently. That is unironically kind of big. Krystianer has looked pretty decent. But winning 3 maps in a best of 5 against Clem's TVP, it's going to be pretty tough. Oh my god, he's actually won 67 maps. How did we get here? How did we get here? How did we get here? I don't even understand. What a time to be alive. Okay. So, we are going to be starting things up very shortly, I believe. Oh, /T, not... We need TakeTV. We're just, hopefully the round of 8 is not all 3-0s. All right. We are finally getting into it here. Thank you very much, Jeff Bezos, for the 100 BTs. And here we go. Spawning down on the bottom right for Team Liquid. It is Clem. Melem. And his opponent spawning up the top left for Onside Gaming. It's Krystianer. in the blue. Oh, look at that mineral boosting. Look at him go. Look at those SCVs go. I'm excited for the concept of some players just with stuff like this. I know this is a Brood War thing. I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of it necessarily in SC2. But the idea of being able to get some sick timings or get faster timings because of mineral boosting, I don't know. I think that's kind of cool. Maybe that means you pick off a probe because your Reaper pops out like 2 seconds faster because your barracks is 2 seconds faster and your gas is 2 seconds faster. I think that could be pretty cool. Engineering bay block or second racks? We do have a scout coming in from Krystianer. Okay, NG bay block. Yeah. This would be in time to block, I believe, even a Skilless Nexus where he goes gate, Nexus, no gas. I like this already quite a bit for Clem. Now, obviously, with this being an early worker, it is a much bigger commitment than before. Oh, Clem. Okay, he is going to get juked, but still delays the Nexus a little bit longer just by making that probe kind of dance around. And that may not seem that impactful, but it is. It is impactful. Pylon is quite late here for Krystianer. He needs that pylon now. Okay, drops it at the third. Is this going to block probe production just for a moment? Yes. Doesn't seem like much, but 2 seconds here or there. This is a game of inches. Surely is. Reaper's already very far across the map. We do have a probe on the left side here. Clem obviously canceled the engineering bay very early. Going to start the factory momentarily. Nice timing on the gas and minerals lining up. Obviously, that's kind of basic at this level, but I mean, a new patch, it does take some time to get adjusted. Probe does get saved. Clem wanting to keep the Reaper's HP high, evidently. Oh, and he's going to juke. That is a very nice juke right here. Clem will scout a second gateway. Doesn't see the third one yet. I wonder if he can tell from this timing already that there is potential for a proxy. Is he going to be looking around the map? If he finds that probe, he would delay this proxy significantly. Oh, Krystianer is sending it in. Clem is looking in the correct spot. Oh my god, he was just too early. He was just too early. Now, does he have enough of a read to feel like he needs to build a bunker? Or to know that he needs to build a bunker? Because he needs to build a bunker. That's kind of long and short of it. We do have this shield battery at the third, but it's not going to be done just yet. Probe will go down at least 1 or 2. It's actually very, very nice. 2 probes. Oof. Now, seeing no units there and seeing a unit warp in should be a bit of a tell. SCVs are going to have to be pulled from the natural. 1 will go down immediately. Oh, the second one going to fall as well here. Siege tank will be out in a moment. There's a Viking being produced. Good job making sure that the siege tanks attack the stalkers. What is happening right here? Krystianer is distracted on the other side of the map, not paying attention at home, or not paying attention at Clem's home. That is very, very good for Clément Desplanches. The comeback kid. He loses 4 SCVs, but killing 4 stalkers and the scouting probe with that. I mean, that's an amazing situation here for Clément. Amazing trade. And landed Viking second tank will stabilize the position. Obviously, we're far away from Blink. If Krystianer pulls back with the stalkers, very different scenario. Reaper looks like it got a 3rd kill. It is going to get finally chased down here. But Those 2 probes were already the Reaper more than paying for itself. The fact that he not only gets those 2 probes and then also forces the shield battery and forces a very bad fight from Krystianer by distracting the crap out of him. I mean, that's huge. Krystianer does find a small little opening in the defense. Clem evidently wary right now. I don't think he realizes how delayed Krystianer's tech was. This tank did get repositioned at the natural, so this has shut down any entry into that natural without running into the tanks. Krystianer going very quickly into 8 gates and storm, as well as charge on 2 bases. Clem in a phenomenal position, though. Well, he needs more depots right now. Krystianer getting blink behind this. Clem is going to see the lack of a natural, and I mean, that's very telling. Oh, Templar. Oh, that's really nice that he avoids getting feedbacked and scouts the Templar archives and sees the number of gateways. Doesn't see that the Nexus started up at the natural. But he knows that if he defends for a little while, he is going to be in an outstanding position, and his push timing is going to be very, very strong. I do think Skillet versus Clem would have been an amazingly interesting matchup. Because it feels like Skillet really knows how to optimize the setup here. Oh, an attempt to snipe this tank will be successful. But I think he loses 2 stalkers for it. Yeah. Auto turn in the natural. He's going to grab 2 probes. Almost gets a 3rd, but expires just before. I mean, even worker counts is so good for the Terran at a stage like this. Those mules really providing extra value. Auto turn's even getting a lot of damage onto a Warp Prism. Obviously, he wants to kill there, but... yeah, I don't know. I really am worried about Krystianer's ability to hold this push. He will have Storm. And 6 high Templar. That's a lot of Templar. And that's a lot of Storm energy, too. Very valuable to take out this pylon. Unfortunately for Krystianer, that not only supply blocks him, which is quite big, but he doesn't have another pylon on the map. Looks like Krystianer wants to move out and try and deny the 3rd. I mean, with no Ghost Academy, Storms are obviously very, very powerful. But there are 3 well-placed tanks. The biggest issue right now for Clem is the fact that this Observer gives full vision, basically, of his army. And that's going to allow Krystianer to get set up in a very nice position. Krystianer needs to get a lot done here, to say the absolute least. Oh, that's a big storm. Scan comes in, finally kills that Observer. Big Zealot warping into the main base. This could be nasty. Raven on the other side of the map. Not going to be super relevant since there are units here. Oh, good positioning from Clem. He's got the upgrade advantage. He's being drawn away. It's going to be a good defense ultimately. That only lost 4 SCVs. Oh my, wow. Oh, can he chase this down? Oh, the Viking micro was clean. I wasn't sure he was going to get it, but he made that look very, very crisp. Chasing down that prism and getting a couple of... one kill inside. I mean, this game is all Clem right now. All Clem all day. Krystianer fires up 1-1, but he has a full set of upgrades behind. And Clem getting towards Ghosts. Armory. There's the 4th CC. Krystianer needs... He needs time. He needs tech. And he can find those by getting a good engagement. He has spotted this army on the left side. Oh, that's a nice blink forward. That is going to find one medevac. Second one does lift. That's a good start for Krystianer. That observer. I mean, information is so important in this matchup. He's got really good vision. Not a whole lot of pylons, once again, like Hero loves to do. But a lot of spotting overall. Very interesting. We saw a feedback and then an energy recharge, which normally is not good in a fight, but is actually going to be pretty decent here because otherwise this High Templar has to go from 0 energy to 75. Now it just needs to be, now it's just a regularly warped in Templar, and it's going to have Storm in, 5 seconds. And that will actually be in time for this next push. So it's another Templar that is ready to Storm. Yeah. I'm of the opinion that you can never have enough storms, or never have too many storms. You can always have enough, but you can never have too many. And the toss just left. No, he got cleaned up. There was enough Marines left over. Oh, yeah, at the front. Yeah, he didn't have vision. He didn't know how much Clem had sent away. And when there's 3 siege tanks and you don't have vision, and there's a number of mines that you are unsure of and how much bio is behind, you can't be confident that your attack will work. Now, Clem may decide to go for 2-2 here. And by go for 2-2, I mean go for a push timed out with 2-2. But he's actually going to move out initially without that. There's a scan, sees the Colossus. They do have extended thermal lance. Upgrades are currently even. Clem, just a couple energy away from a potentially very nice anti-armor missile. Just adjust that Raven's positioning here. Zealots do see the army.
I am here in the shadows.
Spotter Marine sacrifice to give a little bit of information. Good information, though. Clem going to out-rotate Krystianer. There's that Templar from before. Oh, nice anti-armor missile. The Storm was decent. The snipe uncancelable, and he does get the kill this time. Oh, that's another nice snipe there. Vikings have a decent position above the army. It's a good concave for both players. Colossus, though, not really finding its target. And it is going to be Clem with the 2-2 timing, with some good positioning. Krystianer tried to defend the base. I don't think that was the right call. Storm and feedback go off, but it's not going to be enough. Clem is going to take game number 1 here on Rainfall. Well done. Honestly, considering the start, Krystianer really made Clem work for that one. I still feel like it was a pretty comfortable victory. Well done. Nice opting for snipe instead of EMP. Yes, something you couldn't really do before. Because it could be canceled. Now, not so much. Not so much. All right, quick minute and a half of ads, and we'll get into the next game. Really one-sided, these series. Honestly, this game feels like it's been one of the more even games already. So hopefully this series, hopefully that's a preview for the series overall. All right. spawning down. In the bottom left, it is Team Liquid's Clem. Malem. And his opponent spawning down on the bottom right for Onside Gaming. It is Krystianer. In the blue. In the blue. There was an opportunity when the Zealots drew the whole army into the main that maybe Krystianer could have pushed in. But even... It's scary even if you do. Even if he knows that the units are drawn out of position. 3 siege tanks. If Clem manages to target fire correctly, he might be able to get all the Templar. That's probably what's on your mind as Krystianer. Whether that's possible, whether Clem is able to get the snipes, whether the Templar are in a situation where that is possible. Because Krystianer doesn't know if Clem has repositioned the tanks. He doesn't know a lot of things. He's a little bit in the dark. We are going to be seeing an SCV going across the map here. And what is it going to find out? What is it going to find out? Is that Google Chrome? The hell? We got another engineering bay block. Krystianer is going to see. Okay, well, you blocked me. Clem wants to keep pace with this, but Krystianer has the inside track. He can drop this Nexus. It's going to be a slight bit faster than the previous game. Oh, that, despite having the inside track, that actually was, for a moment, almost a little awkward. Going to be a 1 Rax expand out of Clem. Because there's less money these days, you do have to be a little bit more willing to cut something here or there in order to get out something else, you know? That's Aperture Science. Ah. Wah, 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 wah. I don't know if that's the sound. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. Stalker not yet out. We're going to see... Oh, that's a great grenade. That's going to be a dead probe. Already a really good start here in game number 2 for Clem. Getting the engineering bay block and getting a cheeky probe pick. Behind this, it's a 3 Rax. Okay, we are going old school. And against a Stargate opener. That it didn't get scouted, but that can be really, really strong. Now, the one thing I will say is that there's no advantage of the base being closer to Clem. It's actually further away, kind of, than the natural. I mean, there's only 1 entry point to the natural. There's 2 to the third. Technically 3 if you want to be really, you know, spicy about it. The bigger thing is the fact that it's going to be a Stargate. Oh, and it has been scouted now. If he gets to see what the Stargate unit is, that would be beautiful. Oh, he gets the probe. Krystianer evidently really wanted to hide what the Stargate unit was. Oh, it's an Oracle, and then it's a Phoenix. I think the Oracle would have been far better. Oracle lets you get stasis traps, lets you get revelations. Phoenix, not going to be so hot. Phoenix, really good against mine drops. Really good against... I guess... it doesn't kill Liberators fast, but it's good against Starport in general. But this is just going to be a single Phoenix, evidently, right into the Twilight. Now, Clem did do this with an engineering bay. Oh, a little bit supply blocked here. Unfortunately, going to block an easy bit of Marine production. Once again, build orders are new right now. They're still being kind of optimized. You're not as used to, I build this 54 of 54, you know, 46 of 46. I build this at 43 out of 46, yada, yada, yada. Everything's just a little bit off kilter. But it does make things trickier, no doubt. No due to boot it.
Your probes are under attack.
Probe will scout the Marines. But this is the first information Krystianer really has. Blink is pretty far away from completing. If Clem goes for it, Krystianer may be in some trouble. How many gates are there? 4 gates? Krystianer's playing this like the patch didn't happen. Okay, sentry on the force field on the ramp is going to be nice. He has paid that gateway tax. Oh, there's the stim. Blink is not yet done. How many stalkers fall? 2 of them go down. There are 2 shield batteries here, but this is also a pylon that could be targeted. Instead, he goes for the warping in stalkers. Blink's still not done, and he's not in range of the shield battery, so he's not getting healed. Clem finding very good value. Considering how well this could have gone for Krystianer. No, don't lose the sentry. Oh, very, very, very painful. Now, that was a lot of Marines, but they got their pound of flesh and then some. And Clem is ahead in workers right now. Now, Krystianer does have Blink completed, and he's got a pylon, so he can warp in stalkers directly into the fight. Big stim coming in from far away. Oh, that's going to be able to take down this pylon, and that's the only pylon actually here. So that means no more reinforcements directly into the fight. 4 stalkers warping in, I believe, at home. Yeah, they're going to walk all the way across the map. Krystianer does have a little bit of bullying potential. First 2 medevacs are now out. But as we can see, the army is very low on HP. Krystianer does have the ability to heal these Blink Stalkers in the healing shrine. Oh no, he's misrallied 2 of the probes. It's a little bit awkward. Clem is cooking right now. He needs a little bit of time for these medevacs to heal up the army. Oh, wow. Nice. He actually killed 2 Marines there. Very clean. I think that was not target fire. Like, I don't think that was split target fire. I think that was just a little bit fortunate RNG. Just because I don't know that it's humanly possible for him to have done that. Because the stalkers all fired at once. Krystianer is doing a really good job with these Blink Stalkers. Snipes down 2 Marauders there. Oh, but the Blink was on cooldown, and it costs him 3 Stalkers. Oof. Double mine drop into the main base. This is something that is a lot more difficult to deal with than before. Recall coming in. Very nice little move here from Clem. Oh, and he targets. Oh, he targets the Stalker. And it hits the probes that were transferring back through. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Absolutely brutal. He got the Stalker with that, too, didn't he? It might have blinked away. I didn't even pay attention. I just saw 9 probes die. Well done by Clem there, and now he is pushing into the natural. He's about to have +1 armor. There's no charge yet. It's going to complete in a moment, but there are quite a few Widow Mines. Pylon goes down. That means no warpings on the right side for the flank. Gateways haven't had their tax paid on the top side, and we also are supply blocked as Krystianer. Oh, nice unfurl right there. Prevents the friendly fire mine. Ties it up with a nice little bow. And Clem will go up 2-0. Clean. Clean, clean, clean. Krystianer is a player that tends to play a single Oracle into Blink often. So very, very unfortunate for him that he didn't do that. Clem has not lost a step. He's looking sharp. He's looking sharp. Seems to understand the patch dynamics quite well. Yeah, hopefully the trend of 3-0s does not continue. I really would have loved to have seen Skillis versus Clem. And who else? This is rough. No Protoss potentially in the top 8 or top 4. I mean, I will say, Showtime not making it out of groups, pretty rough. Pretty rough. What material is your shelf made out of? It's made out of worthiness. Reminder that historically, Clem has been a much stronger player than Krystianer. All right, here we go. Spawning down on the bottom left, it is Team Liquid's Clem. Melem. And his opponent spawning up the top right for Onside Gaming, it's Krystianer. In the blue. Yeah, this has been a very quick game so far for this one. All right. 2 engineering bait blocks in a row. It is worth noting that Clem has had a phenomenal early game in both of these so far. Getting an early probe and the NG bait block in game number 2. That's good. It's not the best. But game 1, he killed like 4 stalkers. Krystianer was still able to take it to a later stage of the game. Yeah, Krystianer went for a very dedicated attack with Warp Gate and just 3 gates and lost a lot while also losing 2 probes earlier to the Reaper and then a 3rd probe behind it as well. He killed a few SCVs, but he was still very, very behind. The SCVs basically came close to equalizing the economy while losing 4 stalkers for it versus a single Reaper that got the other damage done. Now, this game, Clem does scout. He does confirm that there's a Nexus. Krystianer is a player that will proxy gate. I don't know that he's going to proxy gate when he's down 2-0 in a series, though. I mean, it's ballin' if he were. But it's kind of tough. All right, 2 additional gates coming in, and we've got Chrono on the warp gate. This is looking, it's looking like we're going to see a bit of aggression. Once again, Clem looking around. Oh my God, he's going to see it. This time he is not too early. Oh, but he is a little bit too far. Oh, he sees the probe. Krystianer, that's so sad. That is so unfortunate. He is going to send another probe across the map. But I was going to say, for one, this is already a very strong map defensively against something like this. This ramp is tight. There is a ramp at the natural, and yeah, this just doesn't feel super comfy. Krystianer is just gonna build the pylon brazenly in the front. 3 Stalkers warping in at home. It's going to be 8 Stalkers moving in. And with no bunker, honestly, this is still scary. Krystianer is going to be building probes, but it looks like he'll cut in order to get his next round of warp-ins. Evidently, he could have kept building probes. He's going to get in here before tanks. This actually looks super, super lethal right now for Clem. SCVs are pulled. There's no bunker. The SCVs will buy time for the siege tank to come out. Man, this looks really, really strong. But that tank on the high ground is going to put in work. How many SCVs go down? 4 so far, but the natural is now firmly in control of Krystianer. Wait, did he go... No. Wait, what? I guess he pulled all the Stalkers up. Could see a dive on top of the tank, but no. Not going to go for that. Instead, he tries actually to get the kill on the command center. Not super, super hard, but he did put a lot of DPS into that. Clem will be able to hold that, save it. Krystianer has Twilight on the way. He is going to move in here, but... tank shots are pretty good. There's a Banshee coming out behind this. It's a cloakless Banshee. It's just to try and get something... put on some kind of counter pressure. Potentially, if he needs to keep it at home, he can, but that wouldn't be ideal. Krystianer's got to be careful. He may need to recall out of here. He's kind of zoned into the corner. Uh-oh. Krystianer's got to go. He's got to recall now. There is that recall. How many Stalkers does he lose? 2. Good job from Clem. Oh, wow. That is actually really, really nice for Clem. Getting the 3 Stalkers and the Adept, but getting the 2 Stalkers as the recall was going off. This is funky now, because I feel like Krystianer needs to get out on the map and contest a potential move out, but he's also got to be mindful of the fact that Banshees could be moving in on him, and they could have Cloak, and he does not have a Robo. How far in did Krystianer get? He didn't get far enough in to see whether the tech lab was lighting up. Now we know that there's no Cloak. But there could have been. Oh, Raven looking for potential intercept with some auto turrets. He could have really bottled up those Stalkers if they'd gone back through the middle with an auto turret. This is looking really, really bad right now for Krystianer. Good job getting the tanks to zone these Stalkers. Krystianer's desperately trying to buy time for Blink, his first Immortal. Clem's Counterpunch has so much potency. And if these tanks get set up where they are very close to right now on this natural, this might be curtains. Krystianer stuck around a little bit too long. His tech was a little bit too delayed. It was a good attack, even after being dealt with initially. But there are 4 siege tanks on the natural. Probe's going to pull. This is the last hurrah of Krystianer. But he has nowhere near enough. All the probes go down immediately. Stalkers in the back are going to lose the fight. And GG will be called. Clem, cool as a cucumber, saves the command center, survives the attack, gets a really nice couple of kills on the recall, and that counterattack was just unstoppable.
First of all, the allegations. We heard you were late because you were out partying.
I don't think that's true. I was just lazy in bed this morning. I was just...
Didn't expect the first series to be so quick.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be so quick, and I thought it would be 1 by 1. So I was following the matches, you know.
You didn't read the
And
instructions.
then I was like, wait, they're at the same time. Oh, shit, I gotta get ready.
I was partly responsible for the Reynor one. Yeah, he asked me, what does Elazer do? I said, well, against me, he played Ash first every game. And Reynor 10 pulled him 3 times in a row.
Aye.
So, my bad, guys. Sorry. I blame Clem anyway. So, we watch this amazing TVP. I'm a TVP expert, as you know. So, I'll leave all of my questions because I'm such an expert. I don't have any questions.
That's fair enough.
So, I'll leave them to Sebis here.
Yeah, first of all, what happened in the first game? We didn't really see too much of it.
The first game, let me remember. He went for the proxy gate as well. He went. I went eBay block. He went proxy gate. and it didn't really do that much. And I got a good start, and then I was kind of camping because he went 2-base storm, so I didn't really want to attack into the Protoss making storm very early. But then I had like upgrade advantage going into the mid game, 2-2 against 1-1, 200 supply of Terran.
Yeah, we saw the big
Powerful
fight.
army.
Yeah. Feels like on this patch, it's like the late game is even better for Terran, no? Like with the gateways.
I mean, the mid game maybe a little bit better, but like the late game, the Ghost being 3 supply and also a little bit weaker makes it a bit worse for Terran, I think, overall in the late game. But
yeah, I think I agree
think
with
it's better against Storm specifically. Like I think Storm is worse because, well, first the damage got reduced, right? And also the Ghost can just snipe Templars. Like there's one Templar because usually they send them one by one, right? But I can just snipe them.
Yeah, because they don't get cancelled anymore.
Yeah, so it's pretty. So Storm is like, yeah.
Yeah. In game 2, we saw the Stargate into the free racks. They're very surprised when you see the Stargate and then you show up with the Marines and it's like 20 Stalkers or something.
Yeah, I was surprised. He just went one Phoenix into a Blink,
Yeah.
I guess. He had really quick, but his Blink was like still later than my Steam, so he was poking me like mid-map almost, and I was like, wait, does he have Blink already? And I was like, okay, let's try it. I just steam in, and then he didn't quite have Blink yet, and I killed a few Stalkers, and then at that point it's very hard for him. And also I was fighting in the batteries a little bit, like the Stalkers were getting hit by the batteries, and then I hear like, oh, my +1 finished. Okay, let's go back in. And it did a lot of damage. So.
It's also very nice. He like warped in front of his
Yeah,
Terran.
they always do that. They just warp in and then they
Freebies.
can get killed. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually, I do have a question for game 3. Actually,
Okay,
2 questions.
question from the expert.
Yeah, from the expert, of course, because I'm such an expert. So, we saw some Marines go, you know, in your line third, going upwards.
Yeah.
What was going on? Did you have a crazy read? Like, how did you know?
Okay.
Like, what? Like,
to be to be complete, I was just so I had 3 Marines out, and I was kind of trying to bait the Adept or like some unit going in, and I wanted to flank the unit that might go up my ramp. You know, like if he sends one Adept across, and I have 3 Marines in the corner, I can just come behind and then try to kill the Adept.
So it was a complete coincidence.
Yeah. It was just completely lucky.
It looked insane. I was like, wow, this guy is actually like,
As you know,
what a read, what a read. And also, after the, how did you actually feel about game 3 after the early game?
I didn't feel great, like because I think he killed a lot with the Stalkers. Like he killed a lot of Marines, and I had to lift my base, I had to repair my base. Also lost a couple of ACVs. I would have to say exactly how the game looked like, but I didn't feel too great.
I think it was fine.
Yeah.
I think it was completely fine actually, because it's very committed. Like he has no tech behind it. It's like he's like 30 workers. Like it ended up being he's like 4 workers ahead, and you have like 3 tanks, and he has no tech.
Yeah, my army is like already good, and he had to recall, and he also lost like 2 Stalkers on the recall.
Yeah, the extra Stalkers going down.
Yeah,
he just had so many units in comparison to him. Like
yeah, and when you go for like this kind of build where you have late tech, if you still go Blink, like your charge is just never there, right? For these pushes, so it makes it tough.
Yeah, I was wondering if why you made the Raven before your tank when you saw the probe, and then I realized that it's probably because of DTs.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I actually thought it was DTs because I was like, okay, he's not gonna proxy get me again, but then he did, and yeah, I was surprised that even after killing the probe, like it still hit really hard. I guess he just sent another probe straight away.
Yeah, he just put it in front of your natural, the pylon.
Yeah, exactly. I saw it when I moved out. I was like, okay, he didn't really hide this one, but he didn't have to.
Yeah, I think he was assuming you already knew, so
yeah,
there's no point hiding it.
Yes, sir.
you play Lambo next.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Oh, poor Lambo.
I feel good. I feel good. I mean, you know, you can't. It's always hard.
Just you and 3 Zergs left.
Yeah. Let's ask the other side of the Destiny bond. Do you feel like you get Lambo more than you should, statistically speaking?
Yeah, probably, for sure. But I usually don't complain too much about that.
How kind of you?
Oh my god.
But I mean, I think it's gonna be hard actually, because I played him on the ladder a bunch of times before coming here, and it was very close, very close. Yeah. Gonna be a fun one.
Fun one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
We look forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Me too.
Anything else, guys?
I have nothing.
Alright.
Alright.
See you later.
Yep, sounds good. Catch you later.
Bye.
All right. That's the winner's interview for Clem. Very short day for me. Very, very short day. Like, legitimately 2 hours. About 2 hours. yeah, that's pretty much it. Ever so slightly more, maybe. We're done for now. We will be back. When will I be back? Probably going to do an OSC mid-season playoffs at some point later today. Thank you, Loves R, for the 5 gifted subbies. Thank you very, very much. Why? Where am I going? Well, this is TakeTV's tournament, obviously, the Homestory Cup. And I can't really... it's their tournament, right? So because the matches were very quick, they don't need to run any more matches in tandem. If they did need to run more matches in tandem, then like if there had been a couple of the series going quite long, I would have covered another series, probably another winner bracket semifinals, because now it goes into a double elimination bracket. But as it is, yeah, not able to do that. Did I do Baby Marine versus Skillis yesterday? I don't think so. I might have gotten one game of it. Oh no, I did. I did do at least one game of it. Skillis did something completely deranged on Fear and Faith, and has basically shown you that you never want to play that map against Protoss as Terran. I might have gotten the whole series. Great casting all 3 days. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Loves R. And very much appreciate the 5 gifted subs of support. Does help a lot. Definitely feels nice. Helps justify this. Thank you for the kind words, Easy Kissa. And if you did enjoy my casting, it's your first time here, make sure to follow. If you're watching on YouTube, would very much appreciate a sub to the channel and a like on the video if you're able to do so. Actually, if you can go back and like the other 2 videos, that'd be great. I didn't ask for this before. Glad you enjoyed it, Stimpuck. I may see if I can get, because the replays will release. I may see if I can cover some of those from the replays, some of the better ones. I did miss a good number of the group stage matches, and I don't know if there was any bangers there. But I think it's going to be interesting to go over some of the stuff. Probably going to take a look at some of Skillis's games versus Zerg. I appreciate that, Potato Wizard. I think the mainstream's pretty great. I've been enjoying Larimbo's casting quite a bit. I've been enjoying Larimbo's casting a lot. Usually, Senju, they release the replays within, like, legitimately, like, minutes of the end of Homestory Cup. Oh, wait, no. Is that DreamHack? Well, we'll see. We'll see. I thought they did. Yeah, I think the chat has been... There could be a little bit more moderation on the mainstream chat. I'll say that. I'll say that and just pretty much leave it at that. But, I mean, I'm sure I can do a better job moderating my chat, too. Yeah, exactly, Arjun. I think it would be nice if they were a little bit kinder there. But we are going to rate up the mainstream, obviously. That's going to do it for me. When will I be back? I'm not sure. Either tomorrow or at some point... At some point this week. There's no Monday night weeklies, but there still could be some kind of an event. Either way, bye-bye. Stay safe. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the tour.